Hello and welcome. Welcome to the Still Point. This month we've been looking at the theme of rest, particularly in the context of taking longer holidays, not just short breaks, could be short breaks, but this time it's been the longer holidays and how to allow ourselves to rest and what's the best form of rest. For some of us it's to do nothing, or maybe for all of us it's to have time where we do very little with non-doing, and certainly talked about not having an agenda, following whatever's happening in the moment, becoming present to the moment, whatever it is, and including in that some of us need to be active to actually feel like we can properly rest, is to go and do the activities we love to do, to go to the places we love to see. And what I'm really wanting to share with you today is a Tai Chi exercise that really speaks to this yin and yang, to the yin of resting and slowing down and doing very little, and the yang being more focused, active, physically engaged in something with a little more oomph. So I'm going to start straight away with that, and we're going to spend our time just building this exercise so that we find the balance between yin, between rest, and yang, action, going out and doing stuff. So I'm just going to adjust this so that you still get to see me when I stand back. Good, maybe a tiny little more. Okay, here we are. So we're going to take what I call a bow and arrow, what's called the bow and arrow stance. So this is 1 foot forward, 1 foot back. And I've not got the parallel, I'm not in a straight line. I've got tramways, I've got railway lines. So there's a nice gap, so it gives me a much more stability and the possibility of being grounded and able to adjust and adapt without feeling diséquilibré, unbalanced. So we're just going to start with the lower part of the body. I'm going to transfer the weight, not all the weight, but most of it onto the front foot, keeping my body straight and aligned, upright. I haven't leaned forward, kept my upper body above my knee and foot, and then transferring the weight back. And I might allow my shoulders just to open a little to the diagonal, and again coming back forwards to the front foot, pushing into the ground with the front foot, transferring the weight to the back foot, and there's almost a circular movement here. Here we go, again, transferring the weight back, and notice I'm not lifting in between and sinking. I'm not doing this up and down movement, I'm really staying grounded, and it really uses the thigh muscles and the knees and the hips, so I can feel that coordination in the lower part of my body. The movement comes up from the earth through the hips. Okay, now we're going to gradually allow the arms to have a little bit of movement, a natural movement. Take your time to find this movement. Once you have the lower part of the body, you'll find that the arms follow more naturally. So here we have the yang, the forward straight line, very direct. Here we have the yin, receiving gentleness, softness, opening into the yang. You'll see this one hand protecting, one hand pushing, energizing, sending energy out. And here this is softening, receiving, opening, resting, transferring back into action. So even this yin, even resting, is an act. We say it's doing nothing, but actually at the start we are resting And it's essential, the rest is essential for our recuperation. And equally being active, enjoying movement, enjoying new experiences, and giving ourselves the time to absorb and assimilate those. So that each moment of this fluidity, continuity between resting and receiving, and acting, doing, stays in balance. So each one feeds the other. I haven't yet spoken about the breath. So this is the in-breath. And here's the out-breath. Breathing in. And really receive into the hips. It's not just the upper body, it's very much here in the hips. We're receiving. And the forward movement comes right from the earth, from the ground, from your feet, through the hips. So that whatever's happening up in the upper body, it's supported, fed through the lower body. Good. And we're going to change feet. And again, when you change feet, it'll feel very different. We all have a stronger and a weaker side, a more natural and a more slightly awkward side. So let's start right from the beginning again. Just the lower part of the body coming forward in that straight line, staying connected with the earth. So we transfer the weight back, allowing the shoulders to open. When we're ready, allowing the arms to flow naturally, to join in the movement. Opening up the space, creating a sense of direction, receiving into the hips. Allowing the upper body to be soft and firm at the same time. Here's the softening. This is firm, clear, strong. But all that strength comes from the lower body. The in-breath. The out-breath. In the connection with the earth through our feet. And the connection with the sky through the crown of our heads, keeping our lightness through the spine. And play a little with where you're looking. In the yin, is it really full rest? Returning inside, returning in. Then yang, the regard, the look directly forwards. Do I hold my regard forwards so the focus is on the action? Even when I'm taking rest, I open my awareness to everything around me so that the action clearly finds its place. Just be curious about the difference, just in the way, the direction we look, the way we look. One more, breathing in, breathing out. And the feet together. Thank you for sharing this practice. I'm curious how you will find it. And really curious to hear what that exercise, what it brings for you, particularly in this period where we're coming out of holidays, when you're coming out of your holiday and thinking about the transition back into work, thinking of that, feeling into the transition between the yin, the softness, receiving, the yang, clarity, action. And it's a great segue introduction to our theme for next month, which will be transitions. Lots of exploration to do there. Enjoy this week, and I look forward to seeing you in the coming month. Go well.